initial appearances and arraignments, for the most part, on misdemeanor matters. It is
Right.
necessary for you to be formally advised of the charges against you for me to set conditions of release your next court date.
Okay.
It's not the time to talk about facts of cases or ask that charges be dismissed. Conditions of release will always include that you violate no laws, that you appear at all court dates.
Yes, ma'am.
If your matter is a class 1 misdemeanor, and most of these are, it will also include that you remain within the state of Arizona unless you receive permission of the court to leave the state. There may be additional conditions based on your history, your circumstances, and the events that occurred. Mr. Carrasco, let me take a moment to look at your file here.
Okay.
Citations here charging you with domestic violence assault, domestic violence disorderly conduct, domestic violence disorderly conduct, and domestic violence violation of court order. Alleged to occurred earlier today.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, I was supposed to be
You
at
do
court.
not
Okay.
don't want to talk about facts of the case.
Okay. But I did try to call them to reschedule, Your Honor.
There was nothing to call and reschedule.
Mm, It's because I wasn't feeling good.
There was nothing to reschedule. This is not a failure to appear.
Okay.
This is new charges alleging that you went back to the residence after you were told not to go back there and that there were further incidents. Your next court date on this matter is going to be on Monday at 1 o'clock. Bond is $750. If you've posted the bond, you need to appear. If you haven't posted the bond, you'll be seen on video. Brent Cicero is appointed to represent you on these charges. No alcohol or illegal drugs, no acts of domestic violence, no contact with Alma. You don't go back to the residence except with law enforcement to get your personal belongings. Do you understand that?
I do understand that, Your Honor.
Thank you, Mr. Carrasco. Did you see him last night? Did you see him last night? Oh, okay. Yeah, no, he was seen last night. Good evening, and you, sir, are
Grant Justin Frazier.
Mr. Frazier. Citation is charging you with domestic violence assault, domestic violence criminal damage, and domestic violence disorderly conduct. Alleged to have occurred early this afternoon. Your next court date on this matter is going to be November the 24th at 10:30 in the morning in the Pima County Justice Court. Do you understand you need to be present at that time?
Yes.
No acts of domestic violence, no alcohol or illegal drugs, no firearms or weapons, no contact with Wendy Wood. You don't go to her residence or work or the incident location. You can go back with law enforcement access court to pick up your personal belongings.
Right.
And also, you do not leave the state of Arizona.
Okay.
Thank you, Mr. Frazier.
Yes, sir. Up, stand up. Yep. We're downstairs to the males. Garcia, Aaron. Let's go right here.
Good evening. I'm Judge Shade, and you, sir, are
Aaron, Garcia.
Mr. Garcia. I have a few things here for you. I have charges from August 24th of last year for possession of paraphernalia. Looks like we were supposed to be in court maybe in early April of this year in Pima County Justice Court.
Yes.
Or, excuse me, Marana City Court.
I I paid the ticket for that. It was $250.
No, that might have been a bond to get you out of custody, but you haven't addressed the charges, according to Marana. So you need to be in Marana City Court on December the 17th at 10 a.m. Do you understand that?
Yes, ma'am.
In the meantime, no alcohol or illegal drugs and no acts of domestic violence. I also have charges here out of Tucson City Courts. Charges from January 18th of last year, domestic violence assault, domestic violence criminal damage. And then charges for possession of paraphernalia on October 21st of last year, with the related failure to appear on November the 4th. Let's look at the history on this. So you were seen in court on January 18th of last year, given a court date of February the 20th. You appeared on February the 20th. And you were given a court date of March 25th of last year. You did not appear. You were then in custody in August of last year. You were again released and given a court date of September 24th. You didn't appear on September 24th. You were then in custody on February the 11th of this year. You were held on a $250 bond. You were released on those charges. Oh, no, apparently the matter was then continued for a few days. You were seen on March the 11th. You were out of custody. You were given a court date of April the 21st. You didn't appear on April the 21st. So Judge Mayhew sent a hearing for May 12th, and you showed up on that day. You were then given a court date of June the 17th. Let's see. Given time to meet with your attorney. Court date of July the 15th. You didn't appear on July the 15th. So a hearing was set for August the 25th. You didn't show up then, you didn't contact your attorney, and a warrant was issued.
Could I say something?
I don't know that you want to because we're being recorded and it could be used against you.
I went to the court and my name wasn't on the thing where it shows up for your court date. I went the same
Which court
the
did you
day
go to? Which court did you
the,
go
down,
to?
the downtown one.
Well, there's 3 courts downtown. Actually,
Uh,
there's 4 or 5, but
for the justice court.
no, this is city court. We'll reappoint the city public defender's office, hold you on a $250 bond again. If you post the bond, your next court 2 o'clock. If you haven't posted the bond, we've got a video review set for next Friday at 1:45. Your attorney might ask to have that moved if you haven't had a chance to meet with her. If you have no contact with Alexis Torres Vickers, you don't go near her residence or workplace. No alcohol or illegal drugs, and no acts of domestic violence. Do you understand that?
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you, Mr. Garcia.
Alfador down the stairs, sit with the males. Harris.
Good evening, and you are
Janaea Harris.
Ms. Harris. I have new charges for you. I also have a number of warrants. And a whole lot of not showing up in court. Other than leaving you in custody or making you post a bond, what can I do to be sure you show up in court?
Come in.
Hmm?
She did not hear you, Your Honor.
I have 5 files here for you where you didn't show up in court. Plus another file with brand new charges. So what makes me think you're going to not violate any laws and show up in court?
Show up this time.
Hmm?
Show up this time around.
Like,
I'll show up this time around. And then I split it.
do you have a place to stay?
Yes.
I'll give you one more chance. You're going to get multiple court dates. You need to appear at all of them.
Okay.
You need to violate no laws, no alcohol or illegal drugs. You need to get into substance abuse counseling. You understand that?
Yes, I do.
And not go back to the incident locations as noted. All right, your next court date on charges from June 15th of this year for criminal trespass is going to be November the 24th at 2 o'clock in the afternoon in the Pima County Justice Court. Then we have new charges out of criminal justice court or out of Pima County Justice Court for possession of paraphernalia and criminal trespass in the vicinity of Fort Lowell and Winston along at, now because this is at a different stage, in other words, it's your first court appearance on it, I have to set a different court date. So it's going to be the same day, but it's going to be at 8:30 in the morning in Pima County Justice Court in front of Judge Garza for an arraignment. But again, no alcohol or drugs. You don't go back to the incident location. And substance abuse assessment and treatment. Then I have a stack of files out of Tucson City Court. Charges from July 29th of this year for possession of paraphernalia in the city of Speedway and Alvernon, failing to appear on August the 11th. Possession of paraphernalia on August the 15th, the city of Park and Ajo, failing to appear on August the 28th. Charges for criminal trespass at 15 West Fort Lowell on October the 18th, failing to appear in court on October the 29th. And charges from November the 2nd, criminal trespass, possession of paraphernalia, 3175 North First, and failing to appear in court yesterday. Your next court date on these is going to be December the 11th at 2:30 in the afternoon in the Tucson City Court. Again, no alcohol or illegal drugs. You don't go back to 15 West Fort Lowell, 3170 North First, and substance abuse assessment and treatment. Do you understand that?
Yes, ma'am.
Right. Thank you, Ms. Harris.
Yeah. Okay, go ahead, stand up out the door and see what the females. Lopez?
Good evening, I'm Judge Faded.
Albert Lopez.
Mr. Lopez, I have current charges charging you with possession of paraphernalia, obstructing a highway or thoroughfare, criminal damage, 2 counts, and criminal nuisance. How can we keep you out of trouble?
I would actually be going into a rehab, man, Your Honor. And just got a little distracted and ended up here. I was actually gonna be out there this Friday. I was supposed to be having an assessment and an intake as well.
I'm going to give you one more chance to follow through on that.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Your court date will be the same court date that you've already got set, which is December the 10th at 2 o'clock in the afternoon. No alcohol or illegal drugs, no paraphernalia, no glass pipes, no burnt foil. You understand that?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, Your Honor.
Behavioral health and substance abuse assessment, recommended treatment. Do you understand that?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, Your Honor.
Thank you, Mr. Lopez.
Right, sir, out the door, down the stairs, see what the midst. Miller.
Good evening. I'm Judge Shade, and you are?
Donna Miller Baumhart.
Right, I have charges here from May the 3rd. Charging you with criminal trespass at 922 North Campbell in possession of paraphernalia. Along with failing to appear in court. Charges for criminal trespass in possession of paraphernalia on October the 14th. Failing to appear on October the 27th. Your next court date on these is going to be December the 19th at 9 o'clock in the morning. Can you hear me?
Yes.
If you're out of custody, you need to appear. If you are still in custody, then the City Public Defender's Office will appear, keep the court informed of the status of your probation hold, and keep you informed on the status of these matters. But no alcohol or illegal drugs. You don't go back to 922 North Campbell or 2350 North Campbell. Do you understand that?
Correct. Yes.
Right? Thank you, Ms. Miller.
Stairs, see what the females. Rodriguez.
Mr. Rodriguez. Looks like we have an issue with restitution payment. That sounded familiar at all?
Yes, Your Honor. Honestly, it's because I work in, um, well, it's because I work in roofing, so my job just got really slow, and I'm actually in the between getting a second job right now. I had my second interview today at 5:30, but well, I missed it obviously. But yeah, I've been trying to get on top of it.
Well, but it looks like this, you were supposed to be paying this starting 2 years ago.
Oh, that's no, yeah, I've been trying to get on. I've really just been financially struggling lately. That's why I'm trying to get a second job right now too, because it's just been really hard.
Well, your next court date is going to be on Wednesday of this coming week. That's the 19th at 1:30 in the afternoon in the Tucson City Court.
Yes, ma'am.
I suggest you bring financial information that fully explains why you haven't made your payments.
Yes, ma'am.
Right, thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
None.
Thank you, Mr. Rodriguez.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Rubio,
Out the door downstairs to the mail.
Good evening, I'm Judge Data, and you are
Lisa Rubio.
Ms. Rubio. Citation charging you with domestic violence, disorderly conduct, domestic violence assault, domestic violence criminal damage. Alleged to have occurred, it's like early this morning. Your next court date on this matter is going to be December the 16th at 1:30 in the afternoon in the Tucson City Court. Do you understand that you need to be present at that time?
Yes, Your Honor.
Conditions of release include no acts of domestic violence, no legal violations remaining in the state of Arizona unless you receive permission of the court to leave the state. Do you understand that?
Yes, Your Honor.
Right. Thank you, Ms. Rubio.
I'm out the door downstairs to the meals.
Your Honor,
Yes.
if I may, for
Abel,
the
Christopher.
felony, Ramirez Gabriel is legally blind and deaf, and I met with him and will confirm that. So we will need an interpreter present who can help him with that, which I don't think.
What kind
Sorry.
of interpreter so that we can,
So we can like read it. I don't know how you would like to proceed with that case. I just wanted to give you a heads up about this.
okay, we may need to continue it to get whatever appropriate interpreter.
Yes, that's my understanding, Your Honor. Thank you.
Good evening. I'm Judge Shade, and you, sir, are.
Christopher Abiel, ma'am. Good evening.
Council wish to waive reading on this matter?
Sorry, Your Honor.
I said, did you wish to waive reading?
One second. Yes, we can, Your Honor. You waive how to read all the chapters for you?
Yes.
Okay. Yes, Your Honor.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, we'll appoint the Public Defender's Office to represent you on these charges, and did either counsel wish to be heard further on conditions of release?
Your Honor, nothing beyond what's in the.
And we would like, Your Honor, the defense we will ask for release to pretrial services as Mr. Abiel has no prior failure to appear. He's noted as a level 1 nonviolent. His son confirmed that he has a full-time employment and he can also stay with his son. And his son can also transport him to and from the court.
Well, it's not an indication that he can stay with his son. And it appears that this is a subsequent violation based on a violation in New York. Preliminary hearing date is going to be November the 24th at 1:30 in the afternoon. Bond will be $2,500. Post the bond, you'll be in a institution of pretrial services. You'll participate in monitoring and treatment under their supervision, including reporting to the Sheriff's Department Identification Unit within 2 business days of release. And I'd suggest you not discuss this matter with anyone except your attorney.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you, Mr. Beal.
Go out and go upstairs to the notes.
Okay. How you doing?
Good evening. I'm Judge Shade, and you, sir, are.
My name's Pedro Cuevas. How you doing?
All right. I've got a couple things here for you. Did counsel wish to waive reading on the interim complaint?
No.
No.
Do you want her to read it?
What are the charges?
Yes.
Uh,
It's been time complaint watching.
yeah.
Yes, we're waiving, Your Honor, the reading.
I will appoint the public defender's office to represent you on these felony charges, and did either counsel wish to be heard?
Your Honor,
Yes,
I would,
there are conditions.
Your Honor, I would just note, Mr. Cuevas's extensive felony history. He has felony convictions from 9 separate cases, and now he's facing these charges.
So, Your Honor, we are requesting that Mr. Cuevas be released to pretrial services. He has an address that was verified by his driver's license. He also apparently stated that he has employment. In this charge, he's currently not being charged with a violent offense. If the court is not inclined, if the court is not inclined, we're asking for a low bond due to his indigent status. But may I have a moment, Your Honor? He just would like to tell me something.
Yes.
So Mr. Cuevas would like me to let you know that he is registered.
I am registered completely. Oh, man.
Well, apparently not according to records, and you're not registered in Tucson.
Yeah, I am. I am registered, completely registered. I've been registered for the last year. I go in there every 3 months to register. I got going there December. And these people are telling me I'm not registered. I'm registered.
Well, that appears to be an item of dispute. Furthermore, it appears that the address on whatever license or identification, which appears to have expired, is not correct. So preliminary hearing date will be November 24th. Bond is $1,000. Pretrial services, if you post the bond, no alcohol or illegal drugs. Substance abuse and behavioral health assessment and treatment is available while in custody or under the supervision of pretrial services.
Anyway,
If out of custody, you also need to report Pima County Sheriff's Department Identification Unit within 2 business days of your release. And again, I suggest do not discuss this matter with anyone except your attorney. And we also have misdemeanor charges for criminal trespass. Allegedly this morning.
you muted me. It's not helping me, man.
Not muted right now.
So I'm trying to talk to be peaceful and man.
Talking makes it worse.
Well, you know,
All right, your next court date on this misdemeanor matter is going to be December the 19th at 9 o'clock in the morning. If you're out of custody, you need to appear. If you're in custody, then the City Public Defender's Office will appear on your behalf. Again, behavioral health and substance abuse assessment and treatment. If you're out of custody and you don't go back to the incident location.
lady, why?
Right. Thank you, Mr. Cuevas.
Your Honor, may we have one moment, please? He might want to say.
Mr. Babb, I believe this defendant is the one that we will need you for.
Okay, thank you, Judge.
Yes, take it.
Good evening, I'm Judge Shade, and you, sir, are
Buenas noches, soy la jueza de Che. ¿Y cómo se llama usted?
¿Cómo me llamo?
Sí.
Francisco Becerra Delgado.
I have two interim complaints here.
Aquí tengo dos denuncias temporales.
And did counsel wish to waive reading?
¿Desea la licenciada dispensar con la lectura de cargos?
Dime otra vez.
Que si la abogada de usted que la representa ahí, que si ella desea no leer los cargos.
Yes, Your Honor.
Sí, su señoría.
And did either counsel wish to be heard further on conditions?
¿Y alguno de los abogados desea comentar algo más sobre las condiciones?
Your Honor, given the nature of these offenses, that there are two separate victims alleged, we would be asking for a $250,000 bond in each case. We're asking those be consecutive.
Muy bien, su señoría, dado la naturaleza de estos casos y debido a que hay dos presuntas víctimas, vamos a pedir que se imponga una fianza de $2,500 $1,000 en cada caso que sea consecutiva, o sea, 2,500, 2,050,000 para cada caso cumulativo.
And Your Honor, we don't have much information about the old case except that it was designated as a misdemeanor. But I would draw your attention, Your Honor, to the criminal history and the nature of that alleged old offense.
Muy bien. Su señoría, no tenemos muchos datos sobre el caso viejo y también es un delito menor, pero dado su historial penal de estos casos, pues yo quiero que usted, por favor, note eso.
Anything further from defense?
Yes, Your Honor.
¿Algo más de la defensa? Sí, su señoría.
So, Mr. Becerra is retired. Based on the pretrial services reports, he has no prior felony conviction. He has no prior failure to appear. He also has housing with no minors present. And his current girlfriend says that she can offer transfer to and from the court. And I would like to note that his prior is all from 1993. So for this reason, we will ask.
Counsel, please.
Oh,
I can't write. Bueno, el señor Becerra es un señor jubilado y conforme al informe del Servicio de Previos a Juicios, no tiene ningún delito grave previo, no tiene ningún historial de incomparecencia para los casos previos. Vive con su novia y no hay menores de edad en la casa. En el lugar donde vive no hay menores de edad y su novia está dispuesta a trasladarlo a todas sus comparecencias y ese delito que sucedió en el año 1993.
And for those reasons, we will ask release to pretrial services And if the court is not inclined, we are asking for low bond as Mr. Becerra is retired and has no employment. And we're opposing the consecutive request of a bond made by the state.
Oh, bueno, entonces, debido a eso, vamos a pedir que el señor Becerra salga en libertad bajo la vigilancia de servicios previativos, dado a que es un señor jubilado y no tiene muchos ingresos. And I'm sorry, I apologize, counsel. After you said that he doesn't have much income due to him being retired, and I missed that last part.
That if the court is not inclined, we're asking for a low bond and for them not to be consecutive.
Y si la jueza decide no dejarlo en libertad, entonces vamos a pedir una fianza baja y que no sean fianzas consecutivas.
The nature of these charges with two different victims, as well as the very old charge of a similar nature, caused me some
La-
very serious concern.
Bueno, la naturaleza de estas denuncias, que se trata de dos presuntas víctimas y también de la condena anterior, el caso anterior, eso me provoca mucha preocupación.
On the older case, bond will be $150,000. Pretrial services if the bond is posted.
En el caso más antiguo, voy a poner una fianza de $150,000 y si logra pagar la fianza o depositar la fianza, va a quedar bajo la vigilancia de servicios previos a juicio.
Preliminary hearing date of November 24th at 1:30.
La audiencia preliminar va a ser el 24 de noviembre a la 1:30.
No alcohol or illegal drugs.
No puede consumir nada de alcohol ni droga ilícita.
No contact with the alleged victims, their families, or any minors.
No puede tener contacto ni comunicación con las presuntas víctimas, ni sus familiares, ni tampoco con ninguna persona menor de edad.
You don't go to their residences or schools.
No puede acudir a sus residencias ni sus escuelas.
On the newer charge, the bond will be $100,000.
En la denuncia más reciente, la fianza va a ser de $100,000.
And yes, this means that you are not to have any contact with Liliana, as
Sí,
it appears she is the grandmother of one of the alleged victims.
tampoco usted no puede tener contacto ni comunicación con Liliana porque parece que es la abuela de una de las presuntas víctimas.
And I would again suggest you not discuss this matter with anyone except your attorney.
Y también le sugiero que no platique el asunto con nadie salvo con su abogado.
Thank you, Mr. Becerra.
Gracias, señor Becerra.
What's next? Speaking just.
Sit up like, okay. Thank you.
In jail, do we have the rest of the defendants in the courtroom?
Yes, Your Honor.
This is addressed to everyone in the courtroom. Good evening, I'm Judge Shayette. This is the time set for initial appearances. That is the time for you to be formally advised of charges against you, for me to set conditions of your release and your next court date. It is not the time to talk about facts of cases or ask that charges be dismissed. Conditions of release will always include that you violate no laws, that you appear at all court dates, that you remain within the state of Arizona unless you receive permission of the court to leave the state. There may be additional conditions based on your history, your circumstances, and the events that occurred. It's not the time to talk about facts of cases, and I'd strongly suggest that you not discuss them with anyone except your attorney. All right, and you are
Rosalind Ballesteros Contreras.
Ms. Contreras. Interim complaint charging you with possession of dangerous drug and possession of paraphernalia. State is moving to dismiss these charges. That is a dismissal without prejudice, which means they may choose to refile the charges at a later court date. But as of now, they will be dismissed and you will be released on these matters.
Thank you.
Right. Thank you, Ms. Contreras.
Thank you. You have a good night.
Yeah, go out the door, have a seat with Pima Garcia.
Good evening, and you, sir, are
Honorio Garcia.
Mr. Garcia, and complaint charging you with aggravated driving under the influence of intoxicating liquor. Will appoint legal defender's office to represent you on these charges, and did either counsel wish to be heard on conditions or heard further on conditions?
Your Honor, nothing beyond what's in the written recommendation.
Yes, Your Honor. We are requesting release to pretrial services. Mr. Garcia has no prior violent conviction, no prior failure to his current charge. His current offense is not a violent one. He also has full-time employment that was verified by his girlfriend, an address that was also verified by his girlfriend, and he has transportation to and from the court, and has been a resident of Tucson for the past 10 years. And Mr. Garcia just told me that he's also his little brother caretaker.
Preliminary hearing date is going to be November 24th at 1:30 in the afternoon. Bond will be $7,500. You post the bond in pre-trial services, if alcohol or illegal drugs, no driving without a valid license. You don't return to the incident location. On prints there's to be no alcohol in your residence or vehicles. You're not to go anywhere that alcohol is served or consumed. Behavioral health and substance abuse assessment and treatment to the extent it's available while in custody or under the direction of pretrial services if you're out of custody. Thank you, Mr. Garcia.
Garcia,
Your Honor, he is being released to withdraw services?
No, $7,500 bond.
Okay, thank you. I didn't hear.
Thank you.
Public Garcia.
Good evening, I'm Judge Jane. Sir.
Jesus Manuel Garcia.
Mr. Garcia, I have a few things here for you. I have an inter complaint charging you with being a fugitive from justice, 2 warrants out of New Mexico, one of which requests you be held without bond. However, I see no justification for that under Arizona law. These include 2 warrants out of Luna County, New Mexico. On those matters, we'll appoint the legal defender's office to represent you on these charges. Set a fugitive hearing for November the 19th at 2:30 in the afternoon. And did either counsel wish to be heard further on conditions?
Your Honor, when I wrote my recommendation, I did not have the full pretrial services report available. Your Honor, I would just note that uh,
I think you froze on us, Mr. Kaler. They're not hearing anything. Mr. Kaler, yep, he's gonna swing back in. What happened to the out of county warrant? It's not in his file now. No, not yours. You wouldn't have it.
Your Honor, I would just note his felony record at this point, Your Honor.
Sir, sit down.
That's the stuff that I gave you before, but okay. Okay. Anything further from defense?
Yes, Your Honor. We are asking for release through pretrial services as he has an address in Tucson, so he could also take care of his other matter. He has a part-time employment that he will lose if he stays in custody. He's also the only caretaker for his mom, and he has a child that is depending on him financially. So that is another reason why he cannot lose his part-time employment. And if he's released to pretrial services, he could be taking care of his other matter in person and go voluntarily.
Bond on the fugitive matters will be $25,000. Hearing date will be November the 19th at 2:30. No alcohol or illegal drugs, no firearms or weapons, behavioral health and substance abuse assessment and treatment. Also have charges out of Bowie, Arizona. For disorderly conduct and failing to appear in court. Bond on this will be $100. We'll note the felony fugitive hold. We'll see what Bowie chooses to do about it. Where I had that warrant earlier and now I can't find it, so I need to look something up. We'll set a review hearing on this for December the 15th at 9 in case you're still in Pima County. Right. Thank you, Mr. Garcia.
Thank you.
Highsmith,
Good evening. I'm Judge Shea. If you are
I'm Christopher Michael Highsmith.
Mr. Heitzman, interim complaint charging you with burglary. We'll appoint public defender's office to represent you on these charges, and either counsel wish to be heard on conditions.
Nothing beyond what's in the recommendation.
Yes, Your Honor. We are requesting release to pretrial services as the current offense is considered to be not violent. He has no.
That was the county attorney's recommendation. So.
Okay. And nothing further, Your Honor.
All right. Preliminary hearing date is going to be December the 4th at 1:30 in the afternoon. Union County Justice Court. You're going to be released to the third-party custody of pretrial services. You'll participate in monitoring and treatment of their supervision, which will include substance abuse assessment and treatment. No alibi back to that incident location. Do you understand that?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, I also have a couple of misdemeanor files here for you out of Tucson City Court. I have charges from March 24th of this year for possession of paraphernalia failing to appear on April the 7th. Charges for possession of paraphernalia on July the 24th, failing to appear on August the 6th. And shoplifting, theft, alleged to occurred on September the 6th, failing to appear on September the 17th. Do you understand when you have a court date, you need to appear in court?
Yes, ma'am.
And I'm going to give you another chance on these. Your court date's December the 15th at 9 o'clock in the morning in the Tucson City Court. Your attorney does not represent you on these charges. Your attorney says you don't have to appear in court. They're just talking about that December 4th date. You still need to appear in Tucson City Court on December the 15th at 9 a.m. Again, substance abuse assessment and treatment, no alcohol or illegal drugs, and you don't go back to 711 East Golf Links. Do you understand that?
Yes, ma'am.
Right. Thank you, Mr. Heitzman.
I got the door downstairs, so commands. Martinez, Rachel.
Ms. Martinez, in a complaint charging you with theft of means of transportation, third-degree burglary, and trafficking in stolen property. We'll appoint public defender's office to represent you on these charges, and that either counsel wish to be heard further on conditions.
Nothing further.
No, Your Honor, we're requesting for pretrial services as well.
Right. Preliminary hearing date will be December the 4th at 1:30 in the afternoon in the Pima County Justice Court. You'll be released to the third-party custody of pretrial services. You'll participate in monitoring and treatment under their supervision. No contact with the alleged victims. You don't return to the incident locations. And you don't go within 50 miles of the southern border of Arizona. Do you understand that?
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you, Ms. Martinez.
Thank you so much.
Chelsea out. I ran out the door down the stairs to the studio.
Good evening. I'm Judge Shayad, and you are.
Rafael Mongaray.
Mr. Mungaray, I have a complaint here charging you with aggravated domestic violence. That is violation of a court order. We'll appoint public defender's office to represent you on these charges, and did either counsel wish to be heard further on conditions?
Your Honor, I would just note Mr. Munganai's extensive domestic violence history. He has both felonies and misdemeanor convictions, and the victims had an active order for protection at the time of this offense.
Anything further from defense?
Yes, Your Honor, we are requesting release to pretrial services. Mr. Mongaray is disabled. He has no prior failure to appear in the past 2 years. The victim, based on pretrial services, doesn't oppose for his release. He has an address that is not with the victim and that is confirmed, and he's also been a lifelong resident of Tucson. If the court is not inclined, we're asking for a low bond due to indigent status.
Preliminary hearing date will be November the 24th at 1:30. This is a violation of a court order. Bond is $5,000. If you post the bond, you'll be distributed from pretrial services, no alcohol or no drugs, no acts of domestic violence, no firearms or weapons, no contact with your parents. You don't go back to their residence.
Okay.
Substance abuse and behavioral health assessment and treatment is available in custody or under the direction of pretrial services if you are out of custody. Right. Thank you.
Sir, you're setting up the door downstairs with emails. Ramirez, Gabriel.
That's
Yeah.
So, Your Honor, Mayor Gabriel, he might need, that's the one that might have to continue.
And what type of an interpreter?
He's deaf and blind, Your Honor.
So how are communications being made?
There's none really. And he could barely see.
I think we will need something with Braille, Your Honor. I think that's all.
Do we know that he can read Braille?
We can't ask him. He's not understanding us. He can hear us. Can we continue to see if we can figure out if he reads Braille, please?
So
Do we have it? Do we have to read it?
Let me see if any of the
Subtitles. Your Honor,
Yeah.
he can read subtitles, I guess, but it's very hard for it. Sure. It has to be up close.
So do we want to do this in writing then?
Sure.
Yes.
All right, then let's get him in the chair.
I'm gonna move you, Gabriel. I want you to see the judge, all right?
We're ready, Your Honor. We're gonna have to write down for him everything that you ask.
Right. The new charges are possession of a dangerous drug.
Your Honor, we turned on subtitles. We're going to see if he can try to read this. One moment.
Should the judge switch it?
Your Honor, we're good to continue a little bit.
Pardon me?
I said we are okay to continue a little.
Should the judge switch it?
Your Honor, we're good to continue a little bit.
Pardon me?
I said we are okay to continue a little bit.
Okay. I am appointing the public defenders to represent you.
Okay, Your Honor.
You may be eligible to participate in a diversion program called STEPS.
Yes, Your Honor.
It would require you to participate in treatment for a period of time and could result in a dismissal of the charges if you do the treatment.
Okay, Your Honor.
Did you want to explore that?
Yeah.
Yes.
He is saying yes, Your Honor.
Counsel, you waiving time for preliminary hearing?
Yes, Your Honor.
Disruption. You make sure we just. I promise. Let me click this again, ever again.
Your Honor, if I could be heard whenever the court is willing.
Go right ahead.
Your Honor, if the court is willing, I would ask if we could just make sure that Mr. Ramirez is okay with proceeding with the initial appearance in this manner, or if he's requesting some other sort of interpreter at this time.
Um,
Yes.
I want to make sure that Mr. Ramirez is fully aware of his rights, and I believe the court can make other accommodations other than the team's transcript that's being used here. But of course, I'll defer to the court.
we are writing it down, Your Honor, as well. He would need further help because of his vision and hearing, Your Honor.
So is he comfortable proceeding in this manner for this hearing, or do we need to set something else?
He said yes for today, Your Honor.
Your next court date on this matter is going to be November the 24th at 9 a.m. in Pima County Superior Court.
Yes.
That's the assessment hearing.
So it's a superior building.
Yes.
Your preliminary hearing at this time is set for December the 29th at 1:30.
Okay, that just.
He says okay, Your Honor.
Yes.
No alcohol or illegal drugs. And you comply with pretrial services and your steps hearings.
You?
Mhm.
Okay.
He says okay.
Consultation. I think you should do this. Really do. And social what? Tension. Okay. And social. What is social? That's social security.
Right. I also have a number of misdemeanor files. Criminal trespass from the year 2020, along with some failures to appear.
Along with some speakers.
Charges for criminal trespass from 2023, along with failing to appear. And another one for domestic violence, criminal trespass, and criminal trespass from November of 2023. Your next court date on these matters in the Tucson City Court is going to be December the 15th at 10 o'clock in the morning in the City Court.
He says, okay, Your Honor.
Now, the attorney on your new charges, the felony charges, does not represent you on these charges. But I am going to appoint the city public defender's office to represent you. So you should contact their office and appear at all of your court dates and comply with the STEPS program. Thank you, Mr. Ramirez.
Thank you, Your Honor.
So, good job at that.
Good evening, I'm Judge Shade, and you, sir, are?
Christian Ray.
Mr. Ray, I have a number of things here for you. We'll start with the felony matter, though. Charges from May the 8th of this year for possession of dangerous drugs, possession of paraphernalia. We'll appoint public defender's office to represent you on these charges. Set an arraignment date of November 21st at 1:30 in the afternoon. And did either counsel wish to be heard further on conditions? Noting that he has warrants for probation violations out of Tucson City Court.
Yes, Your Honor, defense is we are asking for a low bond due to his indigent status.
All right. Bond on the felony matter will be $500. You'll be in receipt of pretrial services. If you post that bond, no alcohol or illegal drugs. And again, your court date on the felony matter is November 21st at 1:30. And then I have a number of matters out of Tucson City Court. Petition to revoke probation on 2 files, one from 2023 and one from 2025. Allegations are that he failed to appear for an order to show cause and failed to provide proofs. We'll appoint City Public Defender's Office to represent you on these charges or on those violations. So I have a pink sheet in that file. Josh, I can't find the pink file, the pink sheet.
The pink sheet is missing?
Yeah. It's Mayhew, so.
Can I see the conditions of release sheet? The charges are on base.
It's probation revocation.
How many times do I have to tell you guys sit down?
For Mayhew. Let me look it up.
Yeah. He's going to be held, so in date is what I really need. I'm going to do the 21st or the 24th.
You said that's for program?
Yeah, so in custody the 21st, so 7 to 28 days, 7 to 20 days. So 21st is okay, or the 24th, whichever.
That's the 21st.
Although actually that's not going to work because that's his felony date. So let's do the 24th. Okay?
Sounds good. Yeah, sorry about that, Your Honor.
And what's an out date for her? But again, no more than 20 days out.
I'm showing December 16th. Actually, no, it's two.
Yeah.
That December 2nd at 9 a.m.
That'll work. Got it. All right, Mr. Ray, I have petitioned to revoke probation on charges for possession of paraphernalia and domestic violence disorderly conduct. The allegations are that you didn't show up and you didn't provide the proofs that were required. Probation started, it looks like, on February the 25th, February the 14th of this year. And you were supposed to provide proofs by June the 1st. We also have additional files. Charges for criminal trespass on February the 18th, the Jiffy Lube on Oracle. Again, with failures to appear. Charges for criminal trespass, 251 West Blackledge. On March the 5th. Criminal trespass at 202 East Mojave. On April the 4th. Possession of paraphernalia, criminal trespass, possession of prescription-only drugs, 98 East Fort Lowell. Criminal trespass at 219 East Delano on June the 17th. Criminal trespass at 10 West Fort Lowell on June the 22nd. And 2 East Navajo on August the 25th. The Defender's Office is going to be appointed to represent you on these charges. If you post the $750 bond, it's December the 2nd at 9 o'clock in the morning. If you haven't posted the bond, you'll be seen on November 24th at 1:45 or so. Again, no alcohol or illegal drugs, no acts of domestic violence. You don't go back to those incident locations. Do you understand that?
Yes, Your Honor.
Thank you, Mr. Ray.
So go stand up, out the door, downstairs with the mails. Salazar, Luis.
Mr. Salazar.
Yes, ma'am.
We have a number of things here for you. A warrant out of Pima County Superior Court, possession of narcotic drug, possession of dangerous drug, alleged to have occurred on February the 3rd. Also appoint the public defender's office to represent you on these charges. Set an arraignment date of November the 21st. That's a week from today at 1:30. Did either counsel wish to be heard further on conditions?
Nothing further as to this warrant.
Yes, Your Honor. We are requesting release to pretrial services. He never received the summon. It was returned to sender. He also has an address that is verified by his driver's license, and he's not being charged with a violent offense. If Your Honor is not inclined, we're asking for a low bond due to his indigent status, please.
I'll note we also have at least 5 files, 4 misdemeanor files with failures to appear, and another felony charge. I'll reduce the bond to $2,500. Pretrial services if the bond is posted, no alcohol or illegal drugs. And we have new felony charges. Possession of a narcotic drug, possession of narcotic drugs for sale, sales of a narcotic drug, misconduct involving weapons, these are alleged to have occurred today. Will appoint the public defender's office to represent you on these charges, and did either counsel wish to be heard further on conditions?
Your Honor, I think given the nature of the offense, Mr. Salazar was in possession of sale amounts of both fentanyl and methamphetamine and was in possession of a firearm. So, Your Honor, I think the $20,000 bond recommendation is appropriate.
Your Honor, defense is asking the same as the other one, release to pretrial services. That was confirmed. And if you're not inclined, we're asking for a low bond due to his indigent status.
Preliminary hearing date on this will be November the 24th at 1:30. Bond will be $10,000. Pretrial services if the bond is posted. No alcohol or illegal drugs, no firearms or weapons, substance abuse assessment, treatment, and you don't return to the incident location. We then have a warrant out of Pima County Justice Court for shoplifting, March the 7th of this year, and failure to appear. Next court date will be Monday at 1 o'clock. Brent Cicero will be appointed to represent you. Bond's $100. Again, no alcohol and drugs, no firearms, no return to the incident location. And I have several files here for you out of Tucson City Court. Criminal trespass and disorderly conduct alleged occurred on March the 7th. Failure to appear. Charges for disorderly conduct, July 30th of 2024. Failures to appear.
Sorry. Let's see something.
And charges possession of paraphernalia, possession of prescription-only drugs on February the 18th of this year. Again, with failures to appear. Given the felony holds, you'll be released on these matters. City Public Defender's Office will be appointed to represent you. No alcohol or illegal drugs, no contact with victims in these matters. You're not to go back to 206 East Avapace or 6700 East Tanque Verde. Your next court date is December the 19th at 9 o'clock in the morning. If you're out of custody, you need to appear. If you're still in custody, then the Public Defender's Office will appear and handle the matter and keep you informed. If you're out of custody, you do need to appear. Right. Thank you, Mr. Salazar. Yeah. Okay.
Sanchez Cortez. Yeah.
Good evening. I'm Judge Shade, and you, sir, are
Christian Sanchez Cortez.
Mr. Sanchez Cortez. Anyone complaint here charging you with domestic violence kidnapping, domestic violence aggravated assault.
Okay, that's what. Of course, yeah. So,
We'll appoint Public Defender's Office to represent you on these charges, and either counsel wish to be heard on conditions.
Your Honor, Mr. Sanchez Cortez it was on federal release, or rather federal supervision at the time of this offense. The nature of the offense is concerning. He kidnapped the victim. He used a firearm he threatened the victim. So, Your Honor, I believe the victim is at continued risk because of Mr. Sanchez Cortez. The Form 4C indicates high risk. So for all those reasons, Your Honor, I believe a $50,000 bond and a no contact order is appropriate.
Anything further from defense?
Yes, Your Honor. We are requesting release to pretrial services. He has full-time employment, no prior failure to appear in the past 2 years. He doesn't live with a victim. The victim has no objection for his release, and he has an address and job that was verified. And if Your Honor is not inclined, we're asking for a low bond.
You understand that he's got a federal hold?
Yes.
Preliminary hearing date's November 24th at 1:30. Bond is $35,000. You post the bond, you'll be in a pretrial services. But again, federal probation has placed a hold on you, so posting a bond is just going to put you into federal custody. No contact with the alleged victim, Pearl Valencia. You're not to go near her residence or workplace. No alcohol or illegal drugs, no acts of domestic violence, no firearms or weapons. Behavioral health assessment and treatment is available in custody or under the direction of pretrial services if you're out of custody. Other than the course of that assessment and treatment, I would suggest that you not discuss this matter with anyone except your attorney. Do you understand that?
I understand.
Thank you.
Sir, out the door downstairs to the mills. Levi, I what's your first? You said that over there. Oops. Yeah. Hey, what? That's so.
Good evening, I'm Judge Shadid. You are
Levi Lansley.
Mr. Van Cleve. Interim complaint charging you with promoting contraband and possession of narcotics. We'll appoint public defender's office to represent you on these charges, and if either counsel wish to be heard further on conditions.
Nothing additional.
No, Your Honor, we're asking release to pretrial services as well.
The date's going to be December the 4th at 1:30 with your other matter. No alcohol, illegal drugs, no firearms or weapons. Substance abuse and behavioral health assessment and treatment under the direction of pretrial services. Do you understand that?
Yes.
Thank you, Mr. Van Cleve.
You got. We're downstairs to the mills. And then, Your Honor, we were advised earlier that Martha David did.
That's what I was just told.
May we be excused, Your Honor?
You may.
Thank you.
Thank you.